we're gonna highlight one of my favorite features on the Sear Wood Pellet Grill by Weber. It is the rotisserie option, and we've opted to the smoked prime rib. Let's go. We have a absolute stud from Simpson's Meat. Been using their meat on the back end quite a bit lately, so thanks and a big shout out to those guys for providing the meat today. Prime rib, because not everybody likes the buzzard. You know, there was a fun, I wish somebody could share that more often than what it was, but somebody shared it and they went on and on and on social media about how once a year it's about the buzzard and the buzzard's no good because how ugly it is and you have to brine it and spatchcock and all this stuff. He's like, beef, all you got to do is grill it. Just salt and you're good. It was hilarious. It had me in tears. All right, simply enough. You see right here, absolute beautiful marbling. This thing looks good. Salt only tonight. Salt brined all over. And then tomorrow we can make our famous horseradish herb to go around it. We're gonna be using the Weber tomorrow on the rotisserie. I think it's one of the best gadgets in pellet grills. Nice heavy dose all over. Yes, even on the fat. I know some people say it doesn't matter. I think it just dries out the fat so it renders it a little bit more. This has already been cut and trussed. If you want to go ahead and put your herbs and more flavoring in there, go on and do that. I honestly don't think it matters that much. I really don't. Personal preference. That don't mean I want to open up and add a little salt, but I'm not adding any herbs or anything like that. Alrighty, in the fridge it goes overnight. A little bit more salt on top, just like that, and we'll see you tomorrow. It is the next day. Looking good. Alrighty, on Pellets and Pits, you guys have absolutely knocked it out of the park. It's one of our actual most popular recipes. I'm going to go by it almost exactly. This is the rub that I swear by. The rosemary, the horseradish, the butter, the mayonnaise, all that other stuff. But you can find this on pelletsandpits.com. Let's make the compound butter that goes over the roast. 3 tablespoons of butter. I have lightly, like nuked it, lightly softened it, microwaved it because it is extremely cold outside. If not, it will get hard in a hurry. So butter, rosemary, Dijon mustard. Don't knock it till you try it. Mayonnaise, W sauce, star of the show, horseradish, 4 cloves of freshly minced garlic. And to that, let's mix it together. Let's set it to the side because I have some massive news to announce. Super excited to announce. All right, really quick before we announce the surprise, let me go over really quick why I'm excited. First of all, I love the Smoking Pecan pellets. No shame in the game. 3rd generation, American-run business. And I've preached 1,000 times, and I'll preach it from the rooftop. It's made by 100% pecan shells. The difference is when you're talking about all the pellets out there, they're made by the woods, whether it be hardwood or blended, you name it. The shells have more smoking capacity, power, whatever you want to call it, per square inch, centimeter, diameter, it doesn't matter. They are fantastic, and I swear by them. Now the good news. I've preached. Now we get a chance to have you guys involved. I've teamed up with Smoking Pecan to give them away. Give them away. You guys are going to get a free box every single month for the next 12 months. And the good news is, I don't even get to have a chance to pick the winner. You need to go to smokingpecan.com. They're going to do all the things necessary. They got all the rules. They got all the guys. All I'm doing is letting you know how excited I am, right? So you need to go to smokingpecan.com. They're going to pick the winner. And hopefully we can share the information. So if you guys win, I think there's a thing on there that says like, where did you get the information from, so they can track it. So once you've been contacted and you know you've won, let us know, because if you want to, I should say that, because that way we can share your information online, not like publicly, you know, hey, congratulations, John, you're the winner, right? Pretty excited. So the thing about this social media stuff is you will not get a message from me. We've learned that in the past, where that has my logo on it, where that says you have to do none of that stuff. I am not contacting you. You have to win through smokingpecan.com. Deal? Go get you some free pellets for a year. All right, I've got it at 180 because I want to go to the smoke mode. It's like the smoke boost. Each pellet grill has like a different temperature. It just means like it's more smoke. So we're gonna use it's already smoking like a sun. Use a rotisserie option. Let me give you a little tip. Put the tip in to begin with. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'm gonna use half because we're gonna be cooking something else right there. So I've already got this kind of like lined out. And then when this Weber, now not all of them are the same, you have a small, a medium, and a large. So you can take these out if you wanted to, right? And then that'll give you a little bit extra space for your protein to cook. But what more importantly is this is our guide. So this is locked in pretty good. I'm gonna shove that roast on, and then this is gonna be our guide, then I can put this down. But I'll have to wait and see if it'll clear a sheet tray, because if it does, I'm gonna be able to catch those drippings from that butter that comes down, and we can reserve those for later. Tip number 2, go ahead and put the meat on your skewer 100% before you start doing your butter and all that shenanigans, re-seasoning and all that, because you touch it so much, it's just going to end up smearing off. You can hit a bone. You might have to readjust. Very, very common when it comes to rotisserie style. Found that perfect spot. I just hope it goes right in. Now it's just about pure smotherage and coverage, okay? I'm not going to necessarily worry about the bones too much, because remember, this part will come off. And this is a good time to repurpose, right? You smoked it, you can make beef stock with it. We've done like smoked it, froze it, and then added to beef short ribs and chuck roast and made birria out of it. So I don't like to really mix the flavors, because you're really not going to eat it anyways. So I just like to smother everything but. And I'll get to the other side in a second. Hang on. And that's why you do presentation side last, because you want to touch it as least as possible. And just smear it on there really good and even. And last but not least, some fresh cracked pepper. Remember, it's already got salt from the night before, so we don't need to do that. It does not look... All right, I'm gonna put my sheet tray in there only for like an hour, because like I said, a lot of that butter and stuff will just melt off. But let's give it an hour, give it enough smoke on there, and then we'll crank up that temperature. All right, 180 degrees, we're gonna jack it up to about 325. That hour at 180 not only adds more smoke, but it slowly warms that the ribeye roast up, right? Imagine intense heat, 300 plus. You put a piece of cold meat on there, the outside's gonna have that grayish, darkish band, because the inside will take forever to warm up. So that's also an advantage, right? 180 for an hour, slowly warms that roast up. Looking good for sure. Like I said, I'm gonna save all that right there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna save it for sure. And it's just starting to render. Prime ribs humming along, roughly 80 degrees. You can do this the night before. I don't really know if it matters, but I actually prefer this way better than I do a lot of times au jus. We have this on Pellets and Pits as well. It's fantastic for a lot of different things, but prime rib in particular. When I did the horseradish crust, and the horseradish that goes in this is prepared horseradish. It's not the creamy horseradish. So that is important, because it determines how much you use, okay? Sour cream, mayonnaise, finely chopped garlic, salt, and pepper. This is sandwich mustard. You can use Dijon, whichever one you want to use. A little W sauce, big old thing of horseradish. Give this a mix, and like I said, we're gonna put this in the refrigerator, let it do its thing, and this is what we dip our sliced beef in. And just like that, our smoked prime rib rotisserie edition on the Weber's Cedarwood is done. It's super important to let this thing rest, and that's what we're gonna do. 30 minutes later, we've crusted. We pulled it at 125, and it rose to like 137. Honestly, the 12 degrees kind of shocked me. I thought maybe 8 to 10 degrees, but not the 12. It happens. Whatever you do, save those bad boys right there. Like I said, that is packed with flavor. Stock, stews, shredded beef, you name it. That'll work. That will work. I'm trying to figure out how big of a portion I want next. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's
big.
Just, yeah. Why not? Ooh, that little spinalis right there. Tender. Fantastic piece of meat. Love working with that Simpsons meat. That's my bite right there. I won't go in the sauce yet. Horrible. Boy, that's cool. Hocus pocus. It self-based itself on the rotisserie. It literally is, hands down, one of probably in all of grilling accessories, my favorite accessory. I just think it's unmatched. Ooh. Here.
Little sauce action.
Boy, that sauce makes it money. That's tender already. That's a good piece of beef. Personally, I like it a little bit less cooked. In-laws are in town. They like a little bit more cooked, so I try to meet them in the middle. So that's what we got. Absolutely fantastic. This time of year, not everybody likes the buzzards. I understand. A lot of people are out there looking for good deals for ribeyes and stuff like that. Hopefully they come. I haven't seen them yet. I wouldn't say I have insider knowledge, but the butchers that I talk to don't necessarily seem ecstatic about great deals coming up for ribeyes. Many years now for Christmas, we typically spend a little bit more money than what we should for beef because typically it's a low price, right? Ribeyes are going to sell for $5.99, $6.99, $7.99 a pound for the whole roast, and we'll get them and cut them up ourselves or have them do it. Hopefully we get to look forward to that this year, but there you go.
We stock up. We usually stock up in December.
Smoked prime rib on the Weber. Hey, if you don't have the rotisserie, you guys can like offset it. You know, find your hot spots on your smoker, get it off of that. Also, too, with the bone, I know it's crazy, but keep that bone on there. That can act as an insulator, so you're not necessarily cooking a lot from the outside in. Especially when you're grilled, you know, the heat comes from the bottom. That bone acts as an insulator. You can have fantastic meat. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share with your friends. Peace.
Golly, that is good, baby. That is good. We're eating good tonight. Yeah, I gotta get some sauce.
I know. I love it with that sauce.